Alrighty, it is finally time to do some of this fun stuff here. Bought a new chop saw yesterday. There she is. I haven't used it yet. Plan on getting started on this ypipe for TurboCube. Basically, I'll put up some pictures, but I welded V-band ends to the Humvee manifolds, or headers, whatever you want to call them. There they are. I need to just make a Y-pipe that comes from this one over here, underneath, over to here, and then this one needs to come down. I'll probably just do a 45 to another 45, and over to here. And the turbo kind of mounts right in this area right here. I'll have to trim this out for the filter to go in here, trim this out for the exhaust a little bit. The exhaust continues down and out down here. So today I don't have the filter for the turbo, so I don't know exactly how far back it needs to be to fit in here, because I can't trim this at all. It's where the transmission bolts. I can trim this one a little bit and this one, so I need to make sure the filter fits about right to here, and then I can finish this. But as long as I can get the Y-pipe made and have it end to like here, I can add some pipe 90 up to here to the turbo, and should be good to go when I get the filter tomorrow. So here are most of the parts that I'm going to use for my Y-pipe. I have another 45-degree bend in the house, but these are V-bands. I'll put up a picture of the manifolds that I modified to fit in this from a Humvee, sorry. They're V-bands. Basically they go together like this, and then the clamp goes around them, and you weld them to the exhaust, and as you tighten the clamp it pulls these together and they don't leak. So basically I have the two manifolds up there. I gotta weld these onto these pipes to get them over to this collector. These are 2.5 inch to 3. This is from, I believe, Flowmaster. And then once it gets to this, it goes to this 3-inch 90-degree elbow up to this turbo flange, and then the turbo bolts on about like that. So that's what I'm working on today. Just initial mock-ups going on. Looks like I'm gonna get away with like 290s and 245s, which is perfect because that's exactly what I bought. But I'm gonna have to run to the store and try to get probably 2 feet of 2.5 inch exhaust pipe before I start welding this stuff together. But yeah, this is looking really good. It's gonna be easier than I thought. Basically, you just line up those two marks and tack them up. So yesterday while I worked, I had my GoPro set up on time lapse. The intervals were a little long, so it didn't turn out as good as I hoped, but this is basically just the chaos from working yesterday. I think yesterday I did weld the 90-degree fitting to the turbo flange. I don't have any video of that, but I'll explain that on the next picture. Today I finally picked up some bolts for the turbo flange. I have it sitting on a transmission jack with the new filter that I bought, which is way bigger than I needed, and I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this thing. So I'm gonna make it work, but I gotta trim all this stuff out up here and a little bit on the back end of this one for the exhaust to fit in there. But I'm gonna make a shield, heat shield for this. It'll go in between here, obviously. The entire, I guess, driver's side of the car towards the center for the filter will be open, and I'll have a heat shield from here all the way underneath the filter to protect against like water and stuff. And I'll also have the shield come up probably to here. Sorry, it's hard to show everything while I'm under the car, but yeah, that's what I'm doing today. All right, guys, I got this piece trimmed out. I got the filter fitted up there. Gave myself enough clearance there in the front to get it off. I have this V-band just sitting there. I'm gonna tack it in and then tack the other end to this Y-pipe here, or sorry, collector. I got the turbo about where I think it needs to be. It looks like there's enough clearance there. I'm gonna have to build a little heat shield for the fuel lines that are too freaking close. There it is, looking straight back. I got this piece of exhaust pipe here holding the cold side outlet up. There's not a lot of room between the filter, but I'm gonna run like I said, I'm gonna run a shield underneath here, and this will all be heat wrapped anyway, so I think it'll be okay. Yeah, basically now I'm gonna get these V-bands tacked up here and then finish hooking these suckers to the collector. I'm gonna have to cut that one. The outlet's kind of going directly into the transmission oil pan. I thought it was gonna clear, but it doesn't, so I'm gonna have to pull it out and just cut a little bit of that off to change the angle. This side looks like it'll actually fit really well. Once I get this in here, it'll be close to like that. I'll have to cut that off a little bit and get that other 45 in there, but I think I can get these mated up pretty well. All right, so I just want to show from the side. It's up there. I don't think clearance is going to be an issue. So I had an appointment to have this exhaust actually made for me, but decided that I'd rather save a little bit of money and buy the tools and just do it myself since I know how. I already had the welder, so really all I needed to buy was the chop saw. The welder I got's really cheap MIG welder. It's a 140 MIG from Tractor Supply. I'm actually really impressed with it. It did much better than I thought. I don't have any up close pictures of any of the welds, but I'm sure you guys can see in the video. I need to figure out how to put some music to these. Well, the Y-pipe is as done as I can possibly get it at this point. Unfortunately, I guess when you try to guess at what you're going to need to make a custom rear mount turbo thing, sometimes you don't get everything you need and have to wait on stuff. So I got half the Y-pipe done. It's V-banded in mostly. I lost the nut for that one. I didn't finish welding the up pipe for the turbo. I guess up pipe, I don't know what you'd call it really, but I gotta pull that out and finish welding that up. But I guess I'm done with the Y pipe until I get more parts. The good news is I have a bunch of other stuff to do, so there she is.